Hello, darlings. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. It is Tuesday. I got home from work like about 10 minutes ago. And guys, I am pooped. I am so tired. I went to the gym last night and had a long day at work. I mean, it was busy. I had stuff to do, but like for some reason the day still dragged. I don't know why. And I think with me going to the gym last night and then had to wash my hair, blow it out. Maybe I didn't sleep well, but I'm so tired. I'm sleepy, and I wanted to do a couple of things, but I just felt like let me just go in my room, change my clothes, and I just felt compelled to speak to you guys today. I want to talk to you guys about customer service. I was writing in my journal about it this morning, on how I saw an article about it, and it just made me think about employees. I have a heart for people at the workplace, employees, and how sometimes people at the workplace are not appreciated. And I want you guys to know that I'm gonna go deeper into it because as I was reading an article about how so many stores in the USA are closing and they're blaming it on other companies and one of the reasons they listed was customer experience. Like I guess when customers walk in, they're not maybe treated well, or there's no wow factor in the stores that people go to. So that's why they mentioned customer service, and I was really I hooked onto that part because for me, I believe that we're all placed in the workplace to be not only to work, to make money and to pay our bills, but also that we are a vessel for God, and our presence is needed. And God, I believe God is working through all of us in some way in the workplace, and your workplace matters, your job matters to God. And so I wanted to share how I feel like, there should be more appreciation in the workplace for employees. Yes, there's that saying they say that customers are always right, but I feel sometimes some customers um, can be stinky to people in the workplace. And I think there has to be a mutual respect. Customers walking into a place of business and employees when people come into the workplace or the business. People are coming in there to give you their money. They want to spend the money on your products. And so there should be a level of appreciation. And I think many people do appreciate it. But also sometimes we can have customers that are just can be stinky and make the experience, bad for employees that go to work to make a living. And so what I believe, what God and what I feel, me personally, I like I said before, I have a heart for employees in the workplace, and I think that we should all be treated well. But I also think in this world, in this planet, we all need to come into community and come into a better appreciation of the workplace, especially bosses, how they treat their employees, managers. Try to create a healthy work culture in the workplace. Um, More grace, extend grace to each other, extend grace to the employees, and also employees, we need to also have a better understanding and appreciation for our bosses also, because God placed us there in that company. Remember, like when you go to work, you're there to serve, right? And so you need to ask God to help you with the vision He wants for you to carry at that workplace, and also help your boss bring out the blessings, the abundance that He wants to bring forth into the company that God blessed Him to create. And God put you in His path or her path to be a blessing and to help them out, because that's essentially what you're there to. I mean, it's work, it's a job, you're getting paid, and you're there to serve. And I believe that can be a place of a place of purpose and ministry. And I'm sorry if I seem so tired, but I am tired. But I feel like I have to share this with you guys. Um, I believe that many of us, when we go to work, we can get distressed or feel fushy about even going. My thing for me that I get frustrated is the commute. The commute is annoying for me. You know what I mean? I'm living here in New York, and that's the one thing that we all like. Complain about and vent to each other about is the commute. Is just there's always something going on, and even in that, God has, I there was a point where with everything going on in New York, I was getting scared, but God was telling me like don't be afraid, and so I'm out of that fear mindset. I'm just more annoyed, you know what I mean now. And but even with that, I ask God if there's anybody in my path that you want me to minister to talk to on my commute to work, that you can use me in some way, then guide me and give me the words to be able to speak to somebody, or be a blessing to a stranger in some way, you know whether it's saying a kind word of prayer, or even blessing them with you know with with cash, you know what I mean. uh and so I've come to to this place, this love that I have for, I have empathy for people in the workplace. People, not only people in the workplace, but even like when I see anybody working, it could be somebody working in another company, it could be like delivery guys, it could be uh, what do you call them? Sorry, what do you, porters, the porters that work in the buildings and stuff like that. Years ago when I was working somewhere years ago, I see how some people look down on porters and delivery people, and it got me so mad and annoyed because they were like looking down at them like they were better than them. And I just got so upset, and like ever since then, years ago, I just have an empathy and a compassion for porters, men who are porters and work, taking care of buildings, these big expensive buildings, or even smaller workplace buildings. Delivery guys, a lot of these guys, I blue collar workers, they really work hard. Their job is a lot of labor and stuff like that, and I just feel like a lot of people in society just look down on them. And so I think we should, not look down on them like that, and have a better appreciation for them. uh, I guess what God has me speaking about, the message is He wants us all to have a better appreciation for each other, a gratitude for each other, have an attitude of gratitude where we work, an attitude of gratitude, with our coworkers, with our bosses, gratitude for each other, and allow God to show us how we should be seeing people in the workplace, how we should be engaging with customers, how and security guards too. Sometimes people look down on security guards. You know what I mean? Security guards work hard too. I don't know why I had to put that out there, but security guards, I appreciate you guys. Porters, I appreciate you guys. The delivery guys, you know, I appreciate you guys. I guess what God wants us also, especially, a lot of us, is to get out of this funk of, you know, being grateful for where we're at the workplace, but also understanding that a lot of our jobs are just for seasons. And so if you're getting to a place in your job where you're feeling unsettled, you feel a shift coming on, embrace that shift, embrace what God is going to be doing this season for you. Ask God to show you what it is He's doing. Ask God to help you with the transition with whatever it is that you're going through at your job place. If anybody is dealing with any kind of workplace bullying, check that real quick. If you have human resources, bring that to your attention. Uh, if they're not doing anything about it, and you don't feel appreciated there, just ask God to give you the grace and the guidance to get out of there, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, I know that He will guide you into a better place where you'll be appreciated, your resources, your gifts will be used in a mighty way. Um, and Also, like me, if you're having like a long day and you just feel umph about it, I was gonna go to the gym, I was gonna work out, but I was just feeling off, I'm tired today, and I didn't want to force myself, put my body through that. So I just came home, I changed my clothes, and I'm just gonna probably just binge on something, do my budget, go over my planner. I have a planner that I go through, and just want to speak to you guys about workplace engagement, employee engagement, and know that at your job that you're needed. This world, we God created us to be able to be placed in certain areas in business, to add value to the world, help with the economy, help your family and friends. uh, I myself, I love business. I try my best to add as much value to the company I work with as best as I possibly can. Uh, and I've learned to have gratitude, to be appreciative. Because of course there's days where you have bad days, and not only maybe with the company you work with, but people in the industry. You may bump heads, or with customers, or people you know in the area where you work, you're gonna bump heads with and stuff like that. And so if I'm saying a lot, try not to say so much. uh I see, you guys, how tired I am, but I feel led to share this message with you, so I hope you can see past how I'm a little bit, tired. But I just felt, just I needed to come on here and share with you guys that even if you're tired, um, and just you feel overworked, just ask God to give you the energy and the grace He needs. You need to continue to work there, to be able to detach from any drama that's going on at your workplace. And once you come home, leave all that drama at the house. Um, if you, like me, are feeling at times maybe overwhelmed or just tired, don't force yourself to do anything when you come home if your body is telling you that you're tired. So many times, many of us, when we know we can, you can be overachievers, or you just want to get stuff done when you're in the house, when you get home. Especially, ladies, you want to make sure everything's okay. But there's times where you're just gonna have to say, no, I'm gonna go home. I'm just gonna change my clothes, and I'm just gonna eat dinner. Whether if you cook it, if you don't want to cook it, then just order out and just chill and relax and take care of yourself. You need to start listening to your bodies, everybody. So it's okay if you just want to come home and do absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? And put that into your schedule. That's why for me, with my planner, I try to write everything down for the week. But if I'm not able to do certain things that I want to do, like today, I'm not gonna go to the gym. I'm not gonna work out. I'm not feeling it. I just feel like if I do that, put my body through a workout, to come home to cook and to do whatever other stuff I needed to do, I think I'm just gonna get annoyed at myself for not listening to my body, and so I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just going to, just like I just said, I came home changed, and I'm gonna eat, and go over my planner, look over my schedule, and binge watch something, and then probably just do it, maybe just relax and do a little meditation before I go to bed, and that's it. It's a wrap. And I'm sorry. I'm like trying to. What's the next thing I want to share? What is God wants me to share? I believe what God wants us people in the workplace to understand, to also um, just take it easy with yourself. If you have anyone in the workplace that is going through something, try to be their support system as best as you possibly can. Check on your fellow coworkers, make sure they're okay. I know a lot of people say that coworkers are just coworkers and not your friends. That could be correct for some people. I have been blessed with the experience of having past coworkers that I still talk to that have become my friends. And that's been my experience. So sometimes God can use your coworkers for a season at the workplace, and sometimes He can use your coworkers to create a relationship outside of the workplace, and you guys could become friends. You know what I mean? And even in that, there may be a season that ends. But I've been blessed that I've been able to continue friendships with people who have left, who are amazing to me in my life, and I thank God all the time for them because He used them in a mighty way in my life, and they said that I've been a blessing to them in their life. Okay. uh and so yeah, I've been, like I said this morning, I was writing a lot about customer service and uh how employees, how we can help companies grow more and things like that, and help the economy in America in some way with customer engagement, and but also sh- having teach them also and have them understanding to have a mutual like respect for each other. You know what I mean? Like for me, like when I go to like any store, I try to be very as pleasant as I possibly can, as nice as I possibly can, because who wants anybody to walk into a store and be stinky and nasty to them, right? Who needs that? I don't want anybody to be nasty to me, and I'm in New York, so we get enough nastiness towards each other. But I've seen like a lot of shifts in New York where people are just intentionally being as nice as we can be to each other as we possibly can be in New York. So let's come to a place in our jobs that we just thank God that we have a job, have an attitude of gratitude, and ask God to change our hearts and renew our minds to have a better disposition when we go to work. But also at the same time, understand that workplace bullying um, should not be happening. And if someone's stinky to you at the job and they come at you in a funny way, just address them in love and address them in a professional manner, and just check them to not, not to speak to you that way. And honestly, bosses around the world really need to start practicing being nice to their employees, because there are a lot of bosses that are not nice to employees, and that's just a fact. you know so as much as there are a lot of businesses that are needed, that all of us appreciate. I really, one of my prayers is that God gives bosses a revelation that they really need to understand, to appreciate and be kind to their employees. And I know there are a lot of bosses, 'cause I met a lot of bosses that were so cool with their employees and so nice, and there are a lot of people that work in great companies. Well, I think we need more of that, because God is using bosses also. God gave you the business for a blessing. You know what I mean? It's a dream that God put in your heart, a desire that God bless you to have a business. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of bosses and entrepreneurs, they need to be a little bit more grateful and thankful to God, because He's using you guys in a mighty way. You know what I mean? And you're needed too. So, guys, have a good evening. My name is Cherry again from God's Gems, and I hope you guys are all well, and have a good night.